expectations that lead to frustration. These are times when you tell God your problems and you expect a quick answer. You expect Him to be like, oh, okay, you want this, you get it in the next minute. And when you don't get it, that is when the frustration sets in. So, what I say sometimes about this is I understand because everybody is human and we're wired to, when we want something, we need it there and then. And such things, if you have faith with God, it doesn't happen that way. There are certain things we as human think is good for us. It's what we need at that particular time. But because He knows more than us, He would not give it to us at that particular time. And some of us are, I would say, not patient enough to wait for what is better or when will it come. Things like, oh, I have never given birth and I'm waiting on God to give me a child and it didn't come. I become frustrated. Or I have worked so hard, I need this business to kickstart and it doesn't. And we result to all sorts of things in our brains happen at that particular time. My advice is, when you don't have a purpose in life, every little challenge becomes something big. But when you do have a purpose and you know that there's something greater than you somewhere that is taking the best decision for you and will give you what is best at the time that is best for you, you would look forward to so many things. That will drive you, that will give you more energy to do more. And I feel being stagnant on that particular thing, I want it today and I want it today, and I'm not moving from here until I get it. And you can't force that particular force to give you what you need at that particular time. So why not? You've said it. Go out and keep doing move on, keep moving, do other things. Or rather, you can be stagnant on that particular thing in prayer. Every single time you pray, you say, this is what I want. But notwithstanding, don't wait for it. If you don't have a child, doesn't yeah it's hurtful to some women, but it won't change your life if you stay there and cry every single day. You can choose to say, I don't have a child, so what? I have other things. God has blessed me with eyes, God has blessed me with this. Look at the blessings. Look into, how do I push myself from things I need to the things that I want? There's a difference between need and wants. You want this, you need this, but there's so many other things you want. Move on to those things while you have entrusted this particular thing in the hands of something that would only choose what is best for you. So move on. Don't to stay there and wait and mob around and ponder over spilt milk. Continue with your life. Force yourself to be positive. Force yourself to see that you can never get this by force. Just look at it in that way. Nothing will make you have it if He doesn't choose to give you. That's just it. And then I feel like it's important for you to, as you're being in that phase, to rest. It's not every time that you overwork yourself and say, I must. Rest. Resting is a fundamental thing in a balanced life. Take time to say, okay, I've done all the work, I've said this to God, and I'm going to rest for a day or two, and then I move on, I continue my life. Stop being stagnant on problems. It will not change your life. When you wake up tomorrow, those problems will still be there. You can't solve it unless you do the work, and then you do the rest, and then you put your trust in God. So it's not in your hands. The sooner human beings realize that some of these things are not in your hands, and then sometimes what you want is not for you and you will never get it, but that doesn't mean it's the end of the life or it's the end of the whole thing for you. Walk, pray, and rest, and come back again. It's a routine. Just do it. Life is not in your hands and it moves like this. So I hope this helps. Thank you.